Hi, welcome back to the fourth stage of predictive modeling, that is data exploration. In the previous videos of data exploration, we had a look at reading the data, variable identification, and univariate analysis. In this video, we'll be discussing about bivariate analysis. Let's see all the topics that we'll be covering in this section. First of all, we will see what is bivariate analysis. Then we will have a look at why do we need bivariate analysis. And at last, we will see how do we perform bivariate analysis. Let's get started. So, what is bivariate analysis? First of all, have a look at this example. You might have noticed that taller people tend to have more weight on an average when compared to people who are smaller in height. Now let's answer the question of what is bivariate analysis. Bivariate analysis is when two variables are studied together for their empirical relationship. Or in the other sense, when you want to check whether two variables are associated with each other or not. Like in the previous example, we saw that increase in height is associated with increase in weight and vice versa. Now that we know what is bivariate analysis, let us look at the different reasons as to why do we need bivariate analysis. Bivariate analysis helps us in prediction. That is, when two variables are associated, one may be used to infer the other. Let's again have a look at the previous example of weight versus height relationship. So for example, if this is the relationship between weight and height, and if I am to predict the weight of the person at this height, what I can do is, I can just extend this line, and since a person that has this height will have a weight which is equivalent to this point. So we can see that a relationship between weight and height can be used to make predictions. But prediction is just one use case. Bivariate analysis also helps us in detecting anomalies. And how? Have a look at this graph. All the points on this graph fall on this straight line, except this one. It looks like there is a person who has a very high weight for a particular height in comparison to other people. Now there may be different reasons for this observation. This person is actually very heavy, or there might be an error while entering the data. Whatever may be the reason, bivariate analysis helped us in pinpointing the anomalies or deviation in the trend of the data. Now let us have a look at the different types of bivariate analysis through the examples taken from the Titanic dataset. First is the case where we might want to check the relationship between age and fare. We might be interested in knowing whether the fare increases with increasing age. Second type of bivariate analysis is when we might want to answer questions like, is the mean age of men different from the mean age of women? And the last type of bivariate analysis is when we might want to know whether the females were more likely to survive than males. Now let's discuss about each of these scenarios in detail. In the first example, we discussed about the situation where we might want to answer questions like, does the fare of ticket increase with increase in age? Now these two variables are continuous in nature, and we can analyze the relationship graphically using a scatter plot, such as this. Here we can see that there is not much visible relationship between the age and fare, since there is no visible trend. But sometimes we may want to quantify the amount of relationship, whatever it may. So to quantify the relationship between two continuous variables, we check correlation between two variables. Correlation measures strength of linear relationship between two continuous variables along with their direction by taking into account the covariance between the two variables involved and their variances. So what do I mean by strength of linear relationship and its direction? Let us have a look at these three examples. Look at this leftmost one, where we have a value of r equal to 0.4. Now, the magnitude of 0.4 represents the degree of strength between the two variables, whereas the sign of r represents the direction of relation or association. So for example, here since r is positive with the magnitude of 0.5, there is a positive correlation between the two variables involved with the strength of 0.4. Now let's look at the extreme right hand example. Here the value of r is negative 0.4. Now since the value of r is negative, there is a negative correlation between the variables. That is, if one variable increases, the other variable decreases with a strength of association of 0.4. Now since value of r is 0, there is no linear relationship between x and y. So that is why we can see that there is a horizontal line between y and x. Now let's move to the next type of bivariate analysis, where one variable is categorical and the other is continuous. Like we discussed earlier, under this type of analysis, we might want to answer questions like, is the mean age of males different from the mean age of females? Here, the gender variable is categorical in nature, while the age variable is continuous in nature. Now when we want to perform this type of analysis, we generally use bar plots to visualize. So for example, here is a bar plot between the age and the gender variable, where the gender variable or the sex variable is on the x-axis and the age is on the y-axis. Here we can see that there is a perceivable difference between the mean age of females and males. But this is not it, because if we want to say something like, is the mean age of male different from the mean age of female, then there are various other factors which are to be taken into consideration. For example, like the standard deviation of both the samples. It may be that the standard deviation of males is different from the standard deviation of the females. Also, the number of samples in the male group and the female subgroup might be different. So to evaluate the difference between males and females or two groups in general, we use two-sample t-test. So two-sample t-test is used when we want to compare the means of two samples. Here we have compared the difference between the mean of males and females. So y1 hat represents the mean age of females, y2 hat represents the mean age of females, S1 square is the variance of males and S2 square is the variance of females. So what it basically does is it takes into account the difference of the means, that is this, and the variances of both the samples along with their sample sizes. So N1 and N2 represent the sample sizes. This formula over here returns a t-statistic which can be used to calculate a probability. For example, if this p is less than 0.05, then the difference between the means is statistically different. We will see the implementation of this test, which is called the t-test, in the next video in Jupyter Notebook. Let's move to the last kind of bivariate analysis, where we study the relationship between two categorical variables. In this kind of analysis, we try to answer questions like, does gender have an effect on survival rates? Now both sex and gender are the categorical variables. Now to analyze the relationship between two categorical variables, we can create a two-way table such as this. So what it basically says that of all the total people, there were 223 females that survived, whereas only 81 females drowned. On the other hand, only 109 males survived and 468 males drowned. So via this table, we can have a rough idea that more number of females survived, but that is not the end of the story, since there are a lot of other things that need to be taken into consideration. So for example, the percentages of males and females that were on Titanic. Also, the percentage of males and females that survived out of the total people that survived. So that is percentages of male and female that survived out of total people who survived. This two-way table only gives us the absolute value and doesn't take into consideration these two parts. Let us look at another statistical test which takes into consideration these two factors. So the test that we are going to talk about is called a chi-square test. Chi-square test takes the difference between the observed percentages of survival of males and females and the percentages that we would expect. It then uses this difference to calculate the probability to tell whether the difference is statistically significant or not. So this is a formula for a chi-square test, where O is the observed frequency and E is the expected frequency. So let's understand this. So for example, if there were 100 males and 100 females on board Titanic, there were only 100 people that survived on Titanic. So since there are equal number of males and females on board Titanic with the ratio of 1:1, so in the ideal case, the number of people who survived should be equal to. So there should be 50 males that survived and 50 females that should have survived. Instead, if what we observe is there are 20 males that survived, 80 females that survived, it suggests that the observed and the expected values are very much different and the survival rates of males and females are very different. So this is what this chi-square test takes into consideration. This becomes the observed frequency and this becomes the expected frequency. We will see an implementation of chi-square test in the next video. So this was all about the different bivariate analysis techniques. In the next video, we will see how we can implement these bivariate analysis techniques in Jupyter Notebook. Thank you.